dear students, today we are going to see a very beautiful chapter which is as beautiful as the nature around you, because today we are getting to know the plants, which is the name of our chapter as well. For seeing this chapter, the first thing I want to do is go with you, along with you. I want to go outside and have a look at the park, at the places around me. Right? You see plants when you go outside your house. You can see them in the garden, in the parks, in the school, in your area, in your colony, everywhere around. When you go there and you see, what do you observe? You see some big trees, some small plants. You see some plants climbing up. You see some plants creeping in the ground. You see some plants which have huge red flowers. You see some plants which have tiny yellow flowers. And you see some plants which have none. So I want to revisit all these places with you so that I can explain you more about all of them. Let's have a look at the beautiful garden I have set up for you. A very pleasant morning to all of you students. Today we are going to see our most favorite thing which every person loves around us, right? The nature. We are going to know the nature in details. We are going to a nature walk, and we are going to get to know the plants, which is our chapter, getting to know plants. So for this chapter, let's not talk much, but first we'll go for a nature walk and see what is there in the nature, what is there in the garden around you, at the places around you. Let's have a look at the places which we see around us, the green places and the beautiful nature. Okay students, do you see how the nature looks, how the plants are, right? Some plants are very small, some plants are very big, right? There are only patches of green things at some places. Some plants are of medium height, right? So this variety of plants around us, are they different from each other? Let's see more in this chapter. Let's have a look at all the plants around us. If we want to see all the plants, we should have to look at different parts of the plants. We are going to look into this chapter at different parts of a plant in details. We are going to know about the stems, the leaves, the branches, the roots and the flowers. You must have seen some plants have very big red flowers, right? Some plants have yellow flowers, some have pink flowers. So what is the purpose of these colors? So we are going to see everything in this chapter. Let's start first by looking into different categories of the plants. So the plants are classified into herbs, shrubs and trees. So by seeing, you should be able to make out which plant is a herb, which plant is a shrub, which plant is a tree. Maybe not now, but after this lecture it will be very easy for you. Let's have a look. Okay, so I am now looking into a herb. So I see the height of this herb is very small, right? It is a very small plant. So the first thing I notice is the herbs are very small. Now if I look into the stem of this herb, this is a mint plant students. If I see the stem of this herb and I try to bend this stem, it is very tender, it is very delicate, and you all can see it is green in color. So the stem of the herbs is green in color, the herbs are very small and the stem is very thin, delicate, tender. Okay? So this is how you identify the herbs. Now, on the contrary, look at the shrub. This is a shrub here. This shrub, it is bigger than this herb. And the stem, if you see, this stem, it is not so tender like this, right? It is hard. This stem, if I try to bend, it is not delicate as the herb. It is hard, but it is not thick. It is just a bit hard. It is not very thick like we will see in a mango tree or in a peepal tree, right? This stem is hard. It is not very delicate, and you will see many branches. From where are the branches arising? Let's see. Let's see from where the branches have started. You can see that the branches have started from the base of the stem. This is the stem and all the branches are coming out from the base, right? From the base. The same thing if you try to see in a tree. This is a tree here, which this kid is going to hug because he also loves plants like us, right? So if you see this tree, the stem is not having any branches at the bottom, right? If it was a shrub, the branches will start from here. But it is not a shrub, it is a tree. So the branches are starting from the top, okay? Much above the base of the plant. Also, if you see the stem of the tree, it is hard, it is thick, it is woody, alright? It is brown in color, it will have bark. So these are the features which will help you to identify herbs, shrubs and trees. Let's recap this again. The herbs are very small, the stem is green and tender, okay? The shrubs are of medium size. They are bigger than herbs but not as tall as the trees. Their stem is hard, it is not very delicate, and the branches arise from near the base of the stem. And if you see the trees around you, the stem is very thick, the stem is very hard, and the branches arise from the top of the stem.